So today we are going to start two more reactions of haloalkane which are very important for organic synthesis, and the first one is elimination reaction. And in journal organic chemistry we have discussed elimination reactions are used to convert the saturated compounds into unsaturated compounds. The saturated compounds into unsaturated compounds, and haloalkane can show generally two types of elimination reaction, and the first one is dehalogenation reaction. Dehalogenation reaction. As from the name we are getting impression, here we have to remove the halogen molecule, and for that we have to react the dihalide or tetrahalides with zinc metal. We have to react dihalide or tetrahalide with zinc metal, and keep it in mind the Jamiel and vicinal dihalide. Jamiel and vicinal dihalide. Jamiel and vicinal dihalide will produce alkene if two halogen atoms are alternate or at different position, then we will get cycloalkane as product. And if tetrahaloalkane will be there, then we will get alkyne as a product. In elimination, first we have to discuss about dehalogenation reaction. For that, the dihaloalkane or tetrahaloalkane are reacted with zinc metal, and keep it in mind the Jamiel and vicinal dihalide will produce alkene, while if two halogen atoms are at different positions or alternate position, then we will get cycloalkane, and for tetrahaloalkane then the product form will be alkyne. Now I am taking few examples of this. Let's suppose we are being provided with 1,1-dichloroethane, and then it is reacted with zinc metal. Then what is the product form? So here the product form will be ethene plus ZnCl2. Ethene plus ZnCl2. Next case may be if 1,2-dibromopropane is there, and then we have to react with zinc metal, then here the product form will be propene. Next case may be what will happen when 1,3-dibromopropane react with zinc metal. As I have mentioned here, two halogen are alternate position, so the cyclization will take place and we will get cyclopropane as a product. Now, two most important questions. If meso 2,3-dibromobutane is there, and then we have to react with it zinc metal, here the product form will be trans-butene. As I have mentioned earlier, the bromine addition will take place according to anti mechanism, but for trans the mesoform is formed, and for anti, then for cis the racemic mixture is formed. Next question might be about the racemic mixture. What does happen when the racemic mixture plus minus 2,3-dibromobutane plus minus 2,3-dibromobutane reacts with zinc metal. Plus minus 2,3-dibromobutane reacts with zinc metal. Here the product form will be cis-butene because anti-addition has taken place here. So we will get cis-butene. Same way question may be there. 1122 tetrabromobutane. 1122 tetrabromoethane. Then it reacts with zinc metal. Then what does happen? Here the product form will be alkyne. Product form will be alkyne. So here we can say that the dehalogenation may take place with the help of zinc metal. Now next question may be convert ethane into ethyne. Very important question. Convert ethane into ethyne. For that, first of all, we have to do the chlorination of ethane in presence of sunlight. The product form will be 1-chloroethane, and then that react with alcoholic KOH. The product form will be ethene, and then ethene react with Br2 in presence of CCl4. Here the product form will be 1,2-dibromoethane, and then that react with alcoholic KOH in presence of NaNH2. Then the product form will be ethyne. Product form will be ethyne. Next, we have to discuss the second type of elimination reaction. An example of that will be dehydrohalogenation. 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 It is also a very important question. And for dehydrohalogenation, we have to remove the HX molecule. Here we have to add alcoholic KOH. We have to add alcoholic KOH. As yesterday I have explained, in aqueous medium nucleophilicity is stronger than basicity, but in alcoholic medium basicity is stronger than nucleophilicity. That's why the elimination will take place. Here the monohaloalkane will produce alkenes and dihaloalkane will produce alkyne. Monohaloalkane will produce alkene and dihaloalkane will produce alkyne, and the elimination will take place according to Sedgwick's rule. The elimination will take place according to Sedgwick's rule. Elimination will take place according to Sedgwick's rule, and Sedgwick's rule states that if during elimination more than one product is formed, then that product is preferred in which double bonded carbon atom are maximum alkylated. If more than one product is formed, then that product is preferred in which double bonded carbon atom are maximum alkylated. Now I am taking few examples. The first case is there. What does happen when 1-bromoethane react with alcoholic KOH? 1-bromoethane react with alcoholic KOH. As I have mentioned here, elimination will take place, and the reaction will be example of beta elimination. From beta position we have to take hydrogen, and from alpha position we have to take the halogen. So here the product form will be ethene plus KBr plus H2. Same way, if 2-bromopropane is there, 2-bromopropane, and that can react with alcoholic KOH, that can react with alcoholic KOH. Here the product form will be propene plus KBr plus H2. Next case is very important one. If 2-chlorobutane is given to you and then we have to add alcoholic KOH. So here two products can be formed. One will be but1e due to beta elimination and second will be but2, but1ene and but2e. Then which is our major product? That can be decided by use of Sedgwick's rule. The double bonded carbon atom should be maximum alkylated. Hence, the second one is the major product. That will be 80%, and the first one, but1ene, will be the 20%. Same way for tetrahaloalkane, dihaloalkane. If 1,2-dichloroethane is there, and then we have to add alcoholic KOH to it in presence of NaNH2, then the product form will be ethyne plus 2 moles of KCl plus 2H2. This is all about the elimination reaction. Now I am taking few conversions which are very important and generally asked in your board exams. The first conversion may be convert 1-chloropropane into 2-chloropropane. First conversion is there. Convert 1-chloropropane into 2-chloropropane. We have to convert 1-chloropropane into 2-chloropropane. As I have mentioned, during conversions, first write down the first product and then the final product. Then we will get idea what we have to do. So here, the formula of 1-chloropropane is CH3, CH2, CH2, Cl. And for 2-chloropropane, the formula will be CH3, CH, Cl, CH3. From these two structures we come to know. First we have to remove the Cl group from the first and then attach with the second. Hence, for elimination we have to add here alcoholic KOH. When we will add alcoholic KOH to it, then the product form will be propene. Now, see, we have to do the Markov addition, then we can simply add HCl to it, then the product form will be 2-chloropropane. I hope you understand. Next question may be convert 1-bromopropane into 2-bromopropane. 1-bromopropane into 2-bromopropane. Here too, we can proceed in the same way. 1-bromopropane, CH3, CH2, CH2Br. That is reacted with alcoholic KOH. Then we will get propene. And then we have to do the Markov addition. For Markov addition, we have to add simple HBr. Then the product form will be 2-bromopropane. Product form will be 2-bromopropane. Next case is very important one. Question is there, convert 2-bromopropane into 1-bromopropane. 2-bromopropane into 1-bromopropane. 2-bromopropane into 1-bromopropane. So formula of 2-bromopropane is CH3CH Br CH3. First we have to remove the Br group. So we have to add alcoholic KOH. Product form will be propene. Now we have to see. We have to make anti-Markov addition. So we have to add HBr in presence of formic peroxide. Here anti-Markov addition will take place and the product form will be 1-bromopropane. This is a very important question for conversions. Next question might be 2-chloropropane into 1-chloropropane. 2-chloropropane into 1-chloropropane. It is a very important question for board exams. Same way we may proceed. First write down the formula of 2-chloropropene, CH3, CHCl, CH3. Then we have to add alcoholic KOH. Product will be propene. Then we have to see. We have to make the anti-Markov addition, and anti-Markov addition can be done only for HBr, not for HCl. So first we have to do the bromination by addition of HBr, inorganic peroxide. Now we will get 1 bromopropane. Now we have to remove the Br. So first form the alcohol with aqueous NaOH. The product form will be propane 1-ol. And then propane 1-ol can react with SOCl2 to give you 1-chloropropane. These 4 conversions are very important one and may be asked in your board exams. Now we have to discuss, after elimination and nucleophilic substitution, we have to discuss about the third type of reactions of haloalkane. We have to discuss about the third types of reactions of haloalkane, and the haloalkane will generally shows 3 types of reaction, and third type of reactions are reaction with metals. And the first may be reaction with sodium metal. And this reaction is named as Wurtz reaction. Very important one. And in this reaction, a haloalkane react with sodium metal in presence of dry ether. To give a higher alkane as a product. And keep it in mind, in this reaction generally the carbon atom chain become double. Now question may be there. First, convert methane into ethane. For this conversion, first do the chlorination of methane in presence of sunlight. Then the product form will be methyl chloride. And then methyl chloride is reacted with sodium metal in presence of dry ether to give ethane as a product. Now, question may be there regarding drawback of this reaction. Drawbacks of Wurtz reaction. Then the drawbacks are following. First, by this method we can never prepare methane. Methane can never be prepared. Second drawback is that it is not a good method to prepare unsymmetrical alkane. Or alkanes with odd number of carbon atoms. It is not a good method to prepare unsymmetrical alkane or alkane with odd number of carbon atoms. Let's suppose if we want to prepare propane, for that I have to take chloromethane plus chloroethane. Then here we will get a mixture of products. That's why it is not a good method. One product may be ethane, second product will be butane, and third product will be propane. And one more drawback is there. The tertiary haloalkane will produce alkene instead of alkane. Tertiary haloalkane will produce alkene instead of alkane, and this reaction is an example of free radical substitution. This reaction is an example of free radical substitution reaction. Now, as we know, by this reaction we cannot prepare the unsymmetrical alkane in good yield. Then a second method is generated by which we can produce the unsymmetrical alkane in good amount, and that method is known as Corey-House synthesis. Very important method, this one, for objectives particularly. Corey-House synthesis. Corey-House synthesis. And Corey-House synthesis is used for preparation of unsymmetrical alkane or alkane with odd number of carbon atom. In this method, first one haloalkane is reacted with lithium metal. Instead of sodium, we have to take lithium metal, due to which we will get an organometallic compound alkyl lithium as a product. And then this alkyl lithium organometallic compound reacts with copper iodide to produce dialkyl copper lithium, another organometallic compound, and that organometallic compound is known as Corey-House reagent. That organometallic compound is known as Corey-House reagent. And then this Corey-House reagent can react with second haloalkane to produce the unsymmetrical alkane plus RCU, organometallic compound, plus LiS. I am repeating, the Corey-House synthesis is used for preparation of unsymmetrical alkanes, and this reaction is completed in 3 steps generally. First step is haloalkane react with lithium metal to form alkyl lithium, an organometallic compound. Then this alkyl lithium compound react with copper iodide to produce dialkyl copper lithium, that is known as Corey-House reagent. And then this Corey-House reagent can react with an haloalkane. Then we will get unsymmetrical alkane as a product plus alkyl copper lithium halide. I hope you understand this is a very important reaction for ORNICs, the objective exams. Next, third reaction will be reaction with zinc metal. Monohaloalkane react with zinc metal to form higher alkane, and in this case, this reaction is known as Frankel reaction. This reaction is known as Frankel reaction, and in this reaction, a haloalkane react with zinc metal to produce higher alkane as a product. Higher alkane as a product. Now, I am going to discuss a very important reaction, and that is the reaction with magnesium metal, due to which an organometallic compound RMgX is formed, which is very important for organic conversions, and that reagent is known as Grignard reagent. I will discuss all the reactions of that. Few conversions I will do, and that topic is going to be repeated in each and every chapter. That's why I am saying, if you learn carefully about the haloalkane and haloarine, then you need not to study the other chapters so carefully. So that's why I am saying and requesting you all to be attentive and study this chapter carefully. So here we have to discuss about reaction with magnesium metal. Haloalkane react with magnesium metal in dry ether to form an organometallic compound, Grignard reagent, RMgX. Grignard reagent. This reagent is known as Grignard reagent after a French chemist, Victor Grignard, and he has received a Nobel Prize for preparation of this compound, because this compound is very vital for organic conversions. First, we have to see here the inductive effect will take place, so R should have negative charge and magnesium should have positive charge, because electronegativity of carbon is more than magnesium. Now, we have to discuss its reactions of Grignard reagent, which are very easy one if you understand this concept. R should have negative charge and Mg has positive charge. So first we are going to discuss about reaction with the compounds or element, the substance which are having acidic hydrogen. First we are discussing reaction with compound or element, the substance which are having acidic hydrogen. So all those compounds which are having acidic hydrogen will form alkane, and the alkane should have carbon equal to carbon in Grignard reagent. I am repeating, it is a very, very important factor. During reaction with substance having acidic hydrogen, the product form will be alkane, and that alkane should have same number of carbon atom as present in the Grignard reagent. Now we have to discuss those reactions. First is reaction with water. With water, Grignard reagent will form alkane plus MgOH. Same way with heavy water, D2O. With D2O it will form alkane Rd plus MgODX. Next is reaction with alcohol, R-OH. Product form will be RH plus MgOR-X. Next is with carboxylic acid, RCOH. Product form will be alkane plus MgR-COOX. Next is with a primary amine, RNH2. Product form will be RH plus MgR-NHX. Next is reaction with terminal alkyne, RC triple bond CH. Product form will be alkane plus MgR-C triple bond C. Next is reaction with phenol. Here too, the product form will be alkane plus MgO-C6H5X. All these reactions, alkane will be formed, and number of carbon atom in alkane will be equal to number of carbon in Grignard reagent. Next, I am going to discuss about nucleophilic addition of aldehyde and ketones with Grignard reagent. First case, formaldehyde is there. Here electromagnetic effect will take place, due to which oxygen should have negative charge and carbon should have positive charge. So addition will take place by adding negative on positive and positive on negative. First, an addition compound which on hydrolysis will give you primary alcohol. Formaldehyde will produce primary alcohol. If any other aldehyde will be there, for any other aldehyde, then the product will be secondary alcohol. Same way we can show the addition. Product form will be a secondary alcohol. For ketone, same way the nucleophilic addition might take place, which on hydrolysis produce tertiary alcohol, which on hydrolysis give tertiary alcohol. Next will be addition of alkane nitride. With alkane nitride I have explained. First, nucleophilic addition will be there, which on complete hydrolysis will give you ketone as a product. Next will be addition with dry ice. Same way the nucleophilic addition might take place, and which on hydrolysis give carboxylic acid. Next case may be for acid chloride. First we will get ketone, but that ketone I have shown on further reaction give tertiary alcohol. Any ester will be there. First we will get ketone, which on further hydrolysis give tertiary alcohol. Next, on formic ester, reaction with formic ester, first we will get aldehyde, which on further hydrolysis give you secondary alcohol. This is very important table for your organic conversions. I am repeating. When haloalkane react with magnesium metal, we will get an organometallic compound which is known as Grignard reagent. It can react with those substances which are having acidic hydrogen to give alkane, and that alkane should have carbon equal to carbon in the Grignard reagent. When the nucleophilic addition will take place, then formaldehyde will give primary alcohol, any other aldehyde will give secondary alcohol, ketone will give tertiary alcohol, alkane nitrile will ketone, and dry ice will give carboxylic acid. Acid chloride first give ketone, which on further hydrolysis give tertiary alcohol. Ester will give ketone, which on further hydrolysis tertiary alcohol as a major product. Formic acid on hydrolysis give secondary alcohol. It is a very important topic. Now I am discussing few conversions which are generally asked in your board exams as well as competitive exam. First question might be there: convert normal pentyl alcohol into methane. First conversion is there: convert normal pentyl alcohol into methane. Normal pentyl alcohol into methane. As we know, pentyl means carbon atom are 5, but we have to convert it into an alkane with 1 carbon. For that, we have to add here methyl magnesium bromide. We have to add methyl magnesium bromide to it. Then the product form will be methane plus MgOC5H11Br. I hope you understand. Next question may be: complete this reaction. Complete this reaction. First, propane is there, CH3, CH2, CH3. Then Br2 is added to it in presence of sunlight, due to which we will get a product A. And then A react with magnesium metal in dry ether. The product formed is B. And then B can react with butanamine to give C. What are A, B, C? Question may be there. So first, A will be bromination will take place, CH3, CH2, CH2Br. B will be the organometallic compound Grignard reagent, CH3, CH2, CH2, MgBr. And C will be propane, CH3, CH2, CH3. I hope you understand this also. Now I am doing few conversions which are generally asked in your board exams or your competitive exam. And the first one is convert formaldehyde into ethyl alcohol. Convert formaldehyde into ethyl alcohol. Convert formaldehyde into ethyl alcohol. Or you can say methanol into ethane 1O. As I have mentioned, first you have to write down the initial, then final, then we will get an idea what we have to add or subtract. Here formaldehyde is HCHO. 1 carbon we have to increase, so we can add here CH3MgBr. The nucleophilic addition might take place due to electromagnetic effect. Methyl will go to carbon and OMgBr will go to oxygen. An addition compound is formed, and that addition compound on hydrolysis give ethyl alcohol. That compound on hydrolysis give ethyl alcohol. Next question may be: convert acetaldehyde acetaldehyde means ethanol into isopropyl alcohol means propane 2O. As we know, ethanol has formula CH3CHO. Same way, one carbon we have to increase, add CH3MgBr to it. The nucleophilic addition will take place to give an addition product CH. OMGBr, O should have MGBr and C should have CH3, and this on hydrolysis give you isopropyl alcohol as a product. Next question may be convert acetone into tertiary butyl alcohol. Convert acetone into tertiary butyl alcohol or propane 2-one into 2-methyl propane 2-one. 2-methyl propane 2-O. Here, as we know, acetone should have 3 carbon, CH3, C double bond O, CH3. We have to increase 1 carbon, then add CH3MgBr to it. Nucleophilic addition might take place, CH3OMgBr, CH3. This on a complete hydrolysis give you tertiary butyl alcohol. This is a very important question, generally has been asked in your exams. Next question might be there, convert ethane nitrile into butane 2-one. As we know, ethane nitrile will be CH3, C triple bond Cl. Now we have to increase 2 carbons, so we have to add CH3, CH2MgBr. Then addition will take place, CH3C, CH2, CH3, double bond and MgBr, and this on addition of 2 moles of water gives you butane 2-O plus ammonia plus MgOH. Butane 2-O we will get. And the last conversion on basis of Grignard reagent I am discussing, that is convert dry ice into ethanoic acid. Dry ice into ethanoic acid or solid CO2 into acetic acid. As we know, dry ice has formula C double bond O, C double bond O. We have to increase 1 carbon, then add CH3MgBr. The nucleophilic addition will take place, CH3OMgBr. This on hydrolysis gives acetic acid, CH3COOH. All these conversions are very important one, have been asked in exams, in further also. These are very important for other chapters also. So please study them carefully. With this, we comes to end of the part haloalkane. Tomorrow we will discuss about the haloarenes, their methods of preparation and their properties, and then we will discuss about the polyhalogen derivative of alkanes. With that, we will finish this chapter. Till then, stay connected and study carefully. If you are good with this chapter, then we need not to worry about the other chapter, because I have discussed all the things in this chapter itself, which are going to be repeated. So please study it carefully. I have provided the notes. You can ask your doubts through my number 97280 35202. Till then, thank you. Stay connected.